Alright, Mr. Niven here, welcome to the Battle for Middle-earth, a game from 2004. It's the first game in the series. This is a modification known as Shadow of Mordor. It's been updated as late as I believe 2022. It's the Southern edition. We have a bunch of new factions. We have the old faction of Gondor. It's been changed in this mod. And we have Lorien, a new faction. Imladris, another elven faction that is new. Lorien and Imladris, the two elven factions in the game. Isengard have been changed too, as we saw in the previous video I uploaded to YouTube, between Rohan and Isengard in this mod. Okay, and then we have Mordor. And they also have been changed. We have Dunland, a new faction. Erebor the Dwarves, a new faction. Field Fiefdoms. It's Dol'Amroth, like Gondor, but a minor faction of Gondor. And they have a bunch of cool, unique gameplay features and mechanics. As an example, they have a bunch of different houses and such, with different troops they can recruit. We have Harad, the Southrons, and we have the Free People, which is like the Hobbits in this version. It's version 1.4. Before, the Free Peoples got elves and some others. Okay. So I'm a bit unused not hearing any echo. Need to change some stuff. Didn't remove the sound anyway. Okay, so I can hear myself a little bit when I have this on. Okay, I think that's what I'm used to. Thought I could remove the slight bruise in the background, but it was still there in the video even when I had that disabled. So okay, we will start this game. I'm playing as Harad, and the enemy is Dol'Amroth. They have a different name in this mod, but it's pretty much Dol'Amroth. Pilganath or something, I don't remember exactly. So in the previous battle I didn't realize that we had these two buttons here, so you can change the camera view. Okay, we'll check the factions. You can't really read it, okay. Shut the gate. So all the settlements are bigger in this game. The areas, the fortifications. We are going to build some buildings now. We are building Harad Grove. We'll provide resources, and then we have the Harad Bazaar. Build Haradim Bazaar. And then we have the Haradim Quarters. Train Haradim Infantry. And we have the build Haradim Lodgeling. Trains Haradim Range Units. We'll build that too. And then we are out of resources. Do need at least one secret passage somewhere. Maybe they can't build that. Okay. What about their ally? So we have 4 levels. We can move up. Now zoom in. I also have the camera zoom mod enabled, so I can zoom out more and up more than previously. You can see everything from this view. It wasn't possible in the other battle between Rohan and Isengard, where I played the original game with the body stay mod. I would have loved seeing all the bodies and such, but it wasn't possible because these two buttons were missing. So certain mods, most mods have added plus and minus buttons here, which allows us to move up and down with the camera. The camera angle moves, so I can have this view. I don't know how to add that to the original game. We'll try to look it up, because it would be cool to have the body stay mod and the HD edition models and play the original game from this view with HD models and with the body stay mod. The body stay mod makes all the bodies in a battle stay on the ground forever, and except the hero bodies, and because heroes can be retrained. Yeah, it would be pretty cool to see it from this view with HD models. The HD models of Battlefield Middle-earth 1 are different from the HD models in Battlefield Middle-earth 2 mods. So they would look slightly different. Also the giants, the trolls and mimokills and such are much bigger here. This troll is a lot bigger than the old troll. So they are proper giants here. The new goblins actually look really good in this mod. They have cool helmets and such. Troll took out these guys. I believe the bodies still disappear after a while, unfortunately. Yeah, I would have preferred the body stay mod in any mod, but the problem is the same file is changed for different mods, so you need to add different values to each unit to make them decay or disappear later. You need to change the number under each unit, which takes quite a while to do, especially in a mod like this with a million new units too. So the ally is also Harad. I'm not sure the ally if they will do recruit any heroes. We will play as the heroes and let our ally fight with the army. Also the fortresses, I said, are bigger. Everything is bigger here. Even the size of battalions are more numerous. So Harad here, they are a new faction. Probably the latest faction added, as the latest release was called Southron Edition. And the Southrons, it's a different name for Harad or Harad Raid. So these guys are probably the latest faction added to the game. It has a lot of new factions. Yeah, the models are not as good as in Age of the Ring, but I prefer the game style of Battlefield Middle-earth 1, and I still think these models are way better than the old models. But I don't think they are better for every faction, sadly. The Isengard and Mordor factions have orcs that look very bad. Mordor's orcs, as an example, had faces or heads that looked like rats, instead of the cool like orcs from the movies, and the Uruk-hai, they look like huge hulks, but they do not look like the movie ones. They do not have any armor. These are the Pinnath Gelin or whatever soldiers. They look really good. So yeah, the orcs do not look very good in this game. Isengard used to be my favorite faction in the game, because I always liked their look in the movies, but this mod changed their look, so they do not look very cool anymore. That's why I didn't focus on them now. I still had them in the previous video, but yeah, I was disappointed when I saw that they looked nothing like in the movie. Some of the heroes looked like in the movie, but like Saruman, but the most of the units looked completely different and bad in comparison, in my opinion, to the movie style. I would have preferred the original models over those models. Harad is pretty cool. So our allies has already entered their base. We aren't done. That's our allies base. We need to find the other base. Okay, Harad Oasis will be built, and the Haradrim stable. bunch of buildings. Rather lodging. Build bowman there. Recruit a few troops. Rather warriors, we already had that. So we don't need that. Can I have some upgrades? Banner carrier upgrade, sure. And armor upgrade, sure. The Oasis will just heal our troops when we are next to it with troops or heroes. It's like the Well of other factions. Build a tower too, but we don't have the money currently. So we have to wait a bit. Okay. I have to change the camera view, it's annoying to see where we're supposed to send troops, otherwise we have some allied pikemen, Harad spearmen. They stole that area from us. Okay. Otherwise we will send troops. Okay. Send some troops over there. I wonder how they will leave. Can't leave because the gate is closed. Then we'll open it. Okay, we would like some more economic buildings. Let's move a unit there too. We don't know if there are trolls or goblins there. We will send 2 units there. The tower. We can build another. No, we will wait with that. There are some buildings we get later. We just need outposts to get them. An outpost, we'll build that here. We need an outpost to build Muma Kills, and then we can also get Umbar Pirates and Harka Warriors from outposts, and when we have built those buildings, we can also start building Harka buildings and Umbar buildings in the city, but or in the fortress, but we cannot build a Muma Kill building in the fortress. We need money, we need 1000. We have some abilities here. Horn of Harad, plus 50% armor, targeted units, tenacity, upgrade, adds delayed pulse, that repels enemies, or we can go for recover, heals units, I think that's better. We'll build an outpost here. Okay. Question is, where did I send the other? Here. Villain. Whatever I built here. Okay. Shut the gate too. The enemy can't just go in. We have the heroes here. We have Herashir, Asharin and Maradin. Currently we can get more heroes later. There is always, for every faction there is 1 hero or 2, at least 1 that we can get through the powers. So we have points here we get when we kill enemies and such. And I believe on these 3 one of them always gives a new hero. So unlock King Serac for Harad. For other factions it's a different hero. Then there are more heroes you can get through different upgrades. That's our ally. Reinforcement, not sure what that does. Okay. Can hire Harad. A Mumakil pen. There are some other buildings you can get to, like the Harka Tribal Hall, or the okay, we'll go for them. No, we can't. Harka Tribal Hall will be built. Also build some towers.
We put up the Harad Palace.
Okay, can send some more troops over there. Here we have a resource building. Don't care about it as much as this area. Harka warriors. You can recruit some Harka warriors, yeah. A tower.
We must reach our Mordor allies in the north.
So this is one of the heroes. It's a bow. Harad. Arrow, he's an archer. He cannot switch weapon to a melee weapon. Would like some more heroes.
These will fall in the path of the Mumakil.
The Harka warriors have arrived. They look like this. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Mumakil. Rather stable. Lodging. Quarters. Bazaar. Oasis. Archetypal. Yeah, we need the Mumakil then. A banner carrier of Harad. These goblins that I actually thought looked better than the old ones, because they have cool helmets and stuff. I just like their art better here. They look more like in the movie, but the same cannot be said with about the Isengard Urkai, of course, or the Mordor Orcs. Allies fighting the troll over here. Kill the troll. I like that they are much bigger in this mod, the trolls, but also the fortresses are much bigger too. Look at the size of this settlement. The gate, everything looks bigger, especially the trolls and the cities and such. It's cool to be able to zoom like this. I believe these two allow us to move up and down like this. They have 4 levels. And then thanks to the other mod I can move up and down like this endlessly. You can see things from this view. Which I like. It wasn't possible in the original game, where you could only zoom out a limited amount and zoom in a limited amount, and you couldn't have this angle as you saw in the video with the original models. You could only view the map from above. This is a goblin. This goblin has the helmet. Of course the models are still old. They look kinda cool. Better than the other models from the vanilla game. The AI is not the best at recruiting heroes. I've seen the enemy do it a few times, but they never recruited lords, for example, as Isengard, but they did recruit Saruman and some others. As Rohan, they didn't recruit any hero, but I played with the heroes in that battle. I just didn't command, so I had like all the heroes. You had Gambling, you had Erkenbrand, Theoden, Eomer, Eowyn, and some others. For Rohan. Yeah, I like the increased battalions too. They look more numbers here. The biggest difference is of course the increased size of everything. It looks bigger in scale. And when zooming down like this it looks more epic. These models are not that bad. I mean, they are old compared to the Age of the Ring models, but they look really good compared to the vanilla models. They have better textures than the vanilla models and looked about the same otherwise. But Harad wasn't a faction in the vanilla game. In the vanilla game you had Gondor, you had Rohan, and you had Isengard and Mordor. Seem to be fighting through the wall. Yeah, they have some troops inside too. I believe there was a bug when it started the game. If the gate was open, then they can go through the walls. Maybe that was in Battle Middle-earth 2. I don't know about this. Maybe they have somehow gotten in. Maybe a secret passage or something. I don't know. They have troops here. The Harad not the Easterlings. In the next update, which is currently not in active development, he has said the goblins will be their own faction, in a faction known as the Stronghold, and then he will do Dale. He might have changed the name from Dale to something else like Rovanion, but it's pretty much Dale. And then he will do the Easterlings of Rune, and that would be really cool. I mean, I always preferred Rune over Harad. Harad has the Numa kills and such, but the great elephants. But Rune has the cool armored units. As long as they are based on the movie, I would prefer them. If they are not based on the movie, then I don't know. Depends on how they look. I like their armor in the movie. This Viking still looks like the movie. This looks like an officer from the movie. It's not with 80 models. Still, I think they are good enough. It's cool to have new factions in the old game. As this is a mod for Battle Middle-earth 1, not for Battle Middle-earth 2. I also prefer the style of Battle Middle-earth 1 in terms of how you play. You have fortresses like this. In the second game you had workers you could send out to build stuff everywhere instead. I didn't like that as much. So you don't get to defend in the same way, and it's harder, I believe, to prevent the AI from swarming you early game. The battles end up much shorter too, because the enemy can just swarm the other side before they've even built up anything. In this game they have defensive positions. It will be difficult to swarm the other side, especially in this mod when they have increased the health of all the buildings and structures. You need pretty much catapults and such to take down cities or fortresses in this mod. In version 1.5 I believe the creator lowered their health, but in this version 1.4 you really need to recruit Maradin and Asim too. Yeah, in this mod you need siege engines to take out buildings or really numerous troops. Radrim Lance could be recruited. Upgrades could be recruited too. I mean, researched. Umbar Tavern could be built there. Here's the second hero. Maradin, old man. The shield and spear. Then we have Ashim, the female hero. The Harad faction. She looks like a rogue or assassin.
We've improved the smithy.
Looks decent. Old model. Good texture, much better than the original game's textures. They were horrible. You couldn't even see the eyes or mouth. That's how bad the resolution was.
Our buildings are complete.
Okay, Umbar ladder carriers. Umbar corsairs, we'll go for that. Okay, warriors. Okay, we need them. Harad Mumakil pan. Do not have the money right now for it. Open the gates. So troops can be upgraded. Banner carriers, of course.
Weapons!
Let all
Fuck.
the world fear the
We already won. Our ally won the battle already. Not good. The previous battle between Rohan and Isengard took forever. It took 1 hour 43 minutes before anyone won. But then I had Rohan as a defensive army and Isengard as a rush army. Here I had both as balanced, and Harad won very fast. That was disappointing. I couldn't even, just when I started to have everything ready to do anything, then it was over. That sucked. We'll change that to defensive army for fiefdoms and rush army for Harad. We'll try again. redo everything I just did. Hope it doesn't end as... The reason I want the AI to handle the warring in the beginning is because I suck at, building up everything and recruiting and such. If there is no other faction in the game, then I will be rushed by the enemy.